In the bitter winter of 1922, a railroad crew toiled through the heart of Black Hollow Mountain, carving a path for the steel rails that would one day bridge the east and west. The work was brutal. Cold winds howled through the tunnels, and the thick smell of sweat and dynamite lingered in the air. But something else lurked in the darkness, something hungry. The first man vanished without a sound. Old Tom, a veteran of the rails, was there 1 minute, swinging his pickaxe, and gone the next. No screams, no struggle, just his lantern still flickering on the ground. Then others began to disappear. Sometimes they'd hear faint, wet sounds from the black tunnels, a crunching, a slurping, something breathing too deep in the cavern's belly. One morning they found the remains of Jim Harper, or what was left of him. His bones were gnawed clean, his skull caved in as if something had cracked it like an egg. Panic spread. Some men quit on the spot, fleeing down the mountain before sunrise. Those who remained did so out of necessity. Money was tight, and the railroad paid well. But no one worked alone. Not anymore. One night, as the crew huddled around their lanterns, a scream echoed from the unfinished tunnel. It was Billy Finch, the youngest of them all. Grabbing their rifles, the men rushed in, their boots splashing through the slick, bloodied mud. The tunnel stretched into a vast, yawning chamber, the end obscured by darkness. Then they saw it. A towering thing, black as coal, hunched over Billy's torn body. Its skin was slick, its limbs long and unnatural, fingers ending in cruel hooks that gleamed in the lantern light. Its head was wrong, too long, too wide, with a mouth full of needle-like teeth that gnashed and slurped at Billy's remains. For a second, the beast turned its hollow, milky eyes toward them. And then the men opened fire. The tunnel roared with the thunder of gunshots. Bullets ripped into the creature's hide, black ichor splattering the walls. It shrieked, a sound so unholy it rattled their bones. With an ear-splitting wail, the beast lunged. The men scattered, reloading as fast as they could. It moved impossibly fast, clawing through the workers like a shadow of death itself. One by one, their screams were cut short. The survivors ran, back to the surface, back to the cold night air, where the stars shone cruel and indifferent. The railroad was never finished. Black Hollow Tunnel was sealed, its entrance buried beneath a landslide. Whether by accident or intent, no one could say. The remaining workers left, never speaking of what they had seen. But sometimes on cold, quiet nights, travelers passing through Black Hollow swear they hear it. A wet, slurping sound, and the distant, bone-chilling wail of something that was never meant to be disturbed.